The town. Can we going to turn around? Turn around, please. Okie dokie. So, evening, guys. Thought I'd come live again. Other half's in there watching her TV program. She literally just got home from work. Thought I'd come live, have a chat, see how you guys are getting up to, or what you're getting up to, and how you're getting on. If anyone has any questions at all whatsoever, please feel free to ask. Welcome to a live thingy with me, Matt, the Video Berserker. So before we start, like I said, on pretty much all of my videos, a huge, massive thank you to each and every one of you guys out there that's watching my videos, liking my videos, commenting on it, and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, because the reason why I set up me Instagram over there, well, it's not necessarily over there, it's kind of everywhere, Viking Beard Mat, is to purely help small brands, individuals and craftsmen out there that are making some amazing products which don't get the recognition that they deserve, and it's purely trying to help them out as opposed to sort of targeting these huge massive brands and everything that have a shed ton of money that they can throw into promoting and marketing and advertising their products. These smaller brands don't have that, so they literally need all our support and all our help in order to kind of like carry on doing what they're doing. Because I'm finding with a lot of these small brands and individuals, they put their time, their effort, their love, their care, and more often than not, their money into producing what they are creating, whatever it might be. And they're kind of like, they've given up their full-time job in order to do this and follow their heart and their passion. So I think you've got a message come out. No. So obviously they've got a lot more at stake than these huge massive companies that obviously if their product doesn't sell, it doesn't matter, we'll move on to the next, and they know as soon as they slap their name on it, people will go out and buy it because it's got their name logo on it. So I'm here working my backside off trying to help as much as one man possibly can with an iPad in front of him. Now also, just in case you didn't know, hopefully you do know, I do have a live Halloween special going up on the 31st of October, which is funny enough Halloween because that's when it tends to be. I'm going to be doing a silent review, which should be very interesting. Going to be doing a couple of other reviews as well as general sort of hijinks during the Halloween night, and also a massive giveaway. And another reason that I have come online this evening is I'm kind of getting slightly tired. This isn't necessarily a rant or anything like that, because I'm too old to worry about ranting and crap, if you know what I mean, because I've got more than enough to deal with in life, let alone more ranting and stuff like that. Is I get messages through, and it must be the same for quite a lot of reviewers out there. I'm not going to name any, but when you are a single person, as in doing this on your own, if you know what I mean, and you're trying your best to try and help out these small brands, individuals, crafts and everything else. And I put out, on average, around about 20 messages a day, you know, through Instagram and stuff. I'll sort of not troll through it, because I don't troll through anything, but something will come up as a sponsored link. I'll think, that's really cool. A small little brand, see if they want any help, or if they need anything, just get in touch. Because obviously what I do is completely free. I do a full-time job outside of this. Wife has a full-time job and everything. And so this is purely as kind of a hobby, if you know what I mean. So I don't charge for anything what I do. And you get these brands coming back to you if you're lucky enough to get a reply back, because more often than not, out of 20 messages I put out, I might even get one, maybe two replies back. And then they go, I'm very sorry, but you haven't got enough subscribers, you've not got enough followers, you've not got whatever. And I sit there and think, there are ways and plenty of secondary sites that you can go out there and you can buy followers, if you know what I mean. Whether it's Instagram, Facebook, YouTube or whatever, and subscribers and likes and comments and stuff like that. And I've watched a lot of sort of like videos of other reviewers and stuff, not just necessarily beer products and stuff like that. And it's like, well, how have you managed to amass 1 million odd subscribers? Hey there, Ben's Beard Reviews. I hope everything's alright with you, buddy. Good to see you. And this is kind of about you as well, if you know what I mean. I'm not being rude or anything. Please don't take this the wrong way, because as reviewers, you're possibly the same as me. You've got your laptop, iPad, camera, whatever in front of you, doing your reviews and stuff like that. But there are so many reviewers online that have got like millions, couple of millions, hundreds of thousand views and stuff like that. And it is so easy to... Good evening from Motley Lad, good to see you. And it's so easy to go out and buy followers, views, subscribers and stuff like that. Now, one thing that with a lot of other people that I know through Instagram and YouTube and everything are literally doing this from scratch. I don't have the funds that I can go out and do that. So all of the 300 odd subscribers I've got, or 6,000 odd followers on Instagram, they are real, if you know what I mean. So when one person comments on one of the videos that I've done or a post that I put over them on Instagram, it means so much to me, because that is a real person that's watched it, enjoyed it, might not have enjoyed it, if you know what I mean. And I'm really getting to the point that I'm kind of very tired. I don't want to close down what I'm doing either on YouTube or on Instagram, but it's so hard for us little tiny people trying to do the best we possibly can and just kind of getting slated all the time. You've not got enough views, you're not going to sell products and stuff like that. And it's like, I'll do my best with the reviews and everything that I do. I'll always do honest reviews since day one. And if people are not thinking I'm doing honest reviews, then yeah, fine, I'll close down this evening. It's not a problem. I've got plenty of other hassles going on in life and everything. But when you see these people with millions of subscribers, yet underneath, when it's got views and everything like that, it's only got like 50 to 100 views, and it's like, what is going on? And I think this day and age, too much emphasis is put on how many subscribers you got, how many followers you've got, how many likes you've got, watch time and stuff like that. Don't change, mate. I sub because your channel is simple and nice, and we appreciate you. Thank you. I do. I really, you would not effing believe this, but I really do appreciate it. And it's for people like you that I'm doing what I'm doing, because we've all done it in the past where we go out and buy stuff, we get it at home and it's just complete rubbish, useless and stuff like that. And yeah, I work a full-time job, Mrs. works a full-time job, we got bills the same as everyone else out there, and there is nothing worse than getting products home and they're just, especially from some of these bigger brands, even pharmacies are selling these big brand faceless beard products, skin products, hair products, whatever. And then you look at the ingredients and the amount of chemicals and stuff that are in it are absolutely ridiculous. And so as reviewers, most of us that hopefully that I'm in with on Instagram and everything, we're doing this simply and purely to show you guys that there is some cool stuff out there without just nipping down to your pharmacist and buying whatever they got on the shelf, and trying to help support whether it's UK brands, US brands, European brands and stuff like that, and whatever they are making, you know. And it kind of gets me mad when I get tied in with this, you've not got enough subscribers. Well, maybe not. My 340 odd, 370 odd subscribers means more to me than having 2 million fake ones, you know. And I don't want to shut down at all what I'm doing, but it is annoying. You know, you'll send out 20 messages, love your products, would really like to help support you the best I possibly can, and you either don't hear anything back or you get a, well, you've not got enough followers, we're not interested. And it's like, well, fine, that's okay, but there is only a certain amount. You were the one that inspired me to take the first step into reviewing, and now having you as a friend, just awesome. Don't give up, it's your passion, and you bring joy to others. Well, hey, Rich as well. Well, thank you, Ben. You know, and I'm not here to slate off other reviewers, you know, because everyone's got their own individual opinions. Stuff that I might love, you might hate. Stuff that you might hate, I might love. If somebody sends me through a peppermint beard oil to try and say, other than the ingredients, I'm not going to use it. I hate peppermint. Whereas someone like Ben's Beard Reviews, he might absolutely love peppermint and rate it the best he's ever tried. Quality, not quantity, mate. Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's so frustrating because for other reviewers out there that are in the same boat as me, I'm just one bloke. I'm sitting here, Mrs. through there watching TV. The dogs are on the couch with her. I'm trying to chat to you guys and everything, and I appreciate everything that you guys are doing as well, you know, as reviewers. I watch your reviews and stuff like that, and I love it. And it is kind of quite upsetting, if you know what I mean, when you just keep getting knockback after knockback after knockback after knockback. And you sort of sit there and go, well, I did survive before I set all this up. I'm sure I could do exactly the same again. Not, like I said, that I'm going anywhere, because I've reviewed some absolutely amazing products. Whatever it might be, t-shirts, masks, beard products, well over 100 beard oils I reviewed and stuff like that. But I plead other reviewers out there that are starting up, that are doing it honestly, that are doing it to help others, and just carry on doing what you're doing, because we're trying to make a difference for these small brands, individuals and craftsmen out there that have got their own money thrown into it. They don't work a full-time job anymore because they're having to do this, because it's their passion. Yeah, I don't know. But if anyone has any questions, because I've finished ranting now. Bloody annoying though. Especially as an old kind of senile git sat here in front of an iPad. Coffee! And another thing that's annoyed me recently, just getting on another rant, is not anybody out there necessarily in particular that is an ambassador. The ambassador name is beginning to really grate with me. Whether I'm an ambassador of Devilishly Bearded, Barber's Bay, what's the other one? Sorry, I'm old. Rusty Bear and stuff like that. That means nothing to me, because nothing will change. I'll still do everything that I can. It's these people that have got the million subscribers and stuff like that will be upset when the small brands have gone using. Yeah, very true. Very true. And it doesn't matter wherever you are in the world, whether US, Europe, UK, Brexit. I'm not going into Brexit and everything. But we really do need to keep these people going, because they put their passion in what they're doing. Apart from there are some that are obviously jumping on the whole beard bandwagon and everything, just knocking out stuff to make money. And I do get lots of questions. Why aren't my products selling? Sorry, I was just reading comments because I need my glasses on, otherwise I can't see anything. It looks like snow in front of me. And we need to support them and help them, you know, because otherwise they're just going to give up, apart from the ones that are just out there for making money, because like with vaping and everything else, every man and their dog were making vape juice. And to a certain degree, this whole beard thing has hit a massive peak. The market is absolutely flooded with beard oil, beard butter, beard balms, beard combs. Every man and his dog is making it. And I would really hate at the end of this, once it hits its peak and it drops off, that the really good ones out there, small brands, disappear, because that would be absolutely horrendous. I only have to walk into Boots up in town and sort of like see what beard products they've got on offer, and it's like, I wouldn't touch that with a shitty stick, you know. We have two here. One of them I did review when I first started doing reviews a couple of years ago, or nearly a couple of years ago, which I wouldn't touch with a barge pole, seeing the ingredients in it. And the other one is just like, there's nothing special, if you know what I mean. And, oh, Ben's Beard Reviews, it's nothing against Beard Brand, but I'm glad they they can't supply to England because Beard Brand, that's another one.
Hi there, my name's Eric and I'm part of Beard Brand and I'm going to tell you about beards today. And what we have here is a beard.
Oh God, shut up. You know, you're talking about your brand. 99% of the beard products out there have exactly the same ingredients in them, the base ingredients. And that really irks me when you get this,
Oh, you're supposed to look like this, you need to have a shave like this, and
critiquing other people's beards. Don't do it. Everyone's beard is individual. Everyone's beard is how you want it to be, whether it's long and down to your tits or whatever. Best impression ever. I'll start doing that, shall I? On my reviews.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beard Brand. That was actually a really good Eric impersonation. Okay, so what we got for you guys tonight is some salt spray that if you put it in your beard...
Yeah, forget all that crap. Every single product that is coming out onto the market is exactly the same, pretty much base oils in it. That was actually really good, Eric. No, I wouldn't go that far. The same base ingredients, and it's down, a lot of it's whether you want it unscented, knock your head off into next week sort of scent and everything like that, and it's down to personal preference. And people, when they ask me why are their products not selling, is we're all on limited wages. If you go out and you buy a 50ml bottle of beard oil, averaging at around about 6 to 4 drops a day, it's going to take you a while to go through it, you know. And then at the end of it, if you've really enjoyed that beard oil and the scent and everything is exactly what you want, are you going to risk it and go out and buy a completely different beard oil? So it's very difficult. There are some really tiny small brands out there. I've heard that Bald Viking, they're releasing another scent tomorrow. Again, they've been in touch with me. Why is the beard oil not selling and everything? Because it's a flooded market, you know, and I do hope at the end of this sort of roller coaster ride, when everything goes down, that these small brands are still there and are still knocking out their products and stay with it, because there's some really good stuff. What do you personally think of Savage Alchemy? I actually like their products. I've got 2 more of their cult range that I'm going to be reviewing over the next few days or so. Theirs was one of the first ones that I reviewed, which was the Serpentine, the Obsidian, the Rhodium, the I can't see it, what's it, Selenite, and the oh god, I can't even see the name of it, sorry, the Kyanite. And this was kind of one of the first beard oils that I reviewed, because I love my sweet scents and I love my really deep woody scent. And they brought out a scent, the Selenite one, which to this day is still one of my personal favourites. That's, even though I don't usually smell from the bottle, it smells of woods. It should be with you tomorrow, Savage Alchemy. No, I've got it already today, Savage Alchemy. That arrived this morning. And I'm not just saying this online, because I do stand by their products. They're all CPSR checked, which is Cosmetic Product Safety Report, which all products in the UK and Europe have to have in order to sell their products legally, which means you don't turn into a werewolf or zombie or something like that. And the Selenite still today, sorry, not Selenite, the Serpentine today is still one of the best wooded scents I've literally ever tried. Some of them have got too much pine in and end up smelling like disinfectant and stuff like that, even though that's really good, which is why I do prefer this one over the Obsidian, which is a lot more piney. Nice one, no worries then. No, really, I'm not going to give it away, but yeah, thank you very much for sending those through. They literally arrived in the post this morning with a couple of other reviews. And it's kind of one of those brands, you know, that's always done good stuff. The same as Barber's Bay, the same as Rusty Bear, the same as Devilishly Bearded. These small little UK brands are putting so much time, effort and energy into what they're doing that would be foolish not to support them. And then can you imagine just the only thing that you've got left when you go into town, wherever you live or whichever pharmacist you use, and all you've got is two products sitting there on the shelf. That is dull as buggery, because obviously in my Vikings and everything else like that, the first scent that I bought, I'm not going to lie about it, was Brisk. Oh, beard oil, because when you first start growing, put that down there. When you first start growing a beard, you don't know about beard oil and stuff like that. It's like, right, I'm going to grow a beard, see what it looks like, job done. Then you start getting into this loop of kind of like beard oils, beard balms, beard butters and everything else like that. And so it was like, must need beard oil then, because everyone's talking about it. Nipped down to Boots, bought some of this Brisk, which was apparently a deep, woody, sensual sort of oil and everything else, and it smelt really, no disrespect, piss fucking poor, you know. And you sit there and go, all right, water it, put it in your hands, rub it through your beard. And what these brands do, that's another thing that pisses me off, which I'm going to talk about in just a second as well. And so you start getting on that thing of beard oils, beard balms, beard butters, beard combs, beard brushes and stuff like that, and kind of hooked on it. And you do learn very, very quickly that there is a lot better stuff out there on the market from smaller brands than there is the bigger brands. What's the difference between beard butter and balm? Beard butter tends to be conditioning. Very similar to an emulsified oil. It emulsifies very nicely onto your hand, but doesn't tend to have beeswax in it. Beard balm tends to have beeswax in it in varying degrees, which kind of helps to lock in moisture in your beard, because as your beard grows, it pulls all the oils and everything out from your skin. So the beeswax adds as a bit of a styling agent, kind of keeps those flyaway hairs in check. But it's not necessarily a styling agent, because you can buy a beard wax, which is for your kind of like splitting of and stuff like that. And so that's kind of like your main differences. So if you can imagine a beard balm without the beeswax in it, then you've got your butter, which has got your shea butter, cocoa butter, jojoba oil, argan oil, macadamia oil in it, all sorts of different stuff like that. So those are kind of main differences. Ben's Beard, Brisk, 4 pipettes worth of I've seen videos before of people using a whole pipette's worth of oil and like literally putting it all the way through the beard, and it's like so greasy, it's like fish and chip shop. A nice one, no worries then. It should be with you tomorrow, Matt. And I love this, you know. I love chatting to you guys, which is why I want to do a lot more live reviews and stuff like that. I'd like to start doing more live reviews with other reviewers about products, getting the same products each and sort of chatting to each other through video and stuff. I really want to keep this going, because I'm old. I've got bugger all else to do outside of work and the wife, if you know what I mean. So social life, not really. I'm too old for that now. Been there, seen it, got the t-shirt. So it's just about helping and supporting each other, which I think is really lacking nowadays. The help and the support, and just people sort of, it's not a stabby stab thing. If Ben's Beard Reviews goes out and reviews the most expensive beard oil in the world, well, brilliant, you know, good on you, mate. I've nothing against any other reviewers, as long as it's genuine. That's it at the end of the day, you know, genuine reviewers that ain't sitting there trying to blow smoke rings up small brands or brands' backsides and stuff. And people say, oh, why don't you try the big brands? Yeah, it's like brands like Nike and stuff like that. Yeah, their trainers are actually made in China, in Taiwan and places like that. And so it's nice to support your own wherever you are. If you're American, support American. If you're UK, support UK, Europe, Australia and stuff like that. And I just try and give you guys my own honest opinions. But any questions, please feel free to ask, rather than me yapping at the screen and trying to read comment through my glasses. Still laughing about the Eric Banold impression. That's brilliant. But I'm just here to help and try and support others, you know. It's why I set it up. Nothing more, nothing less. What? 6 people watching online. God, that's a first for me. It's usually like 1 or 2 o'clock because I choose stupid times of the day, like 2:30 in the afternoon when everyone's at work and everything. But yeah, I just want to be honest with what I do, you know, and it's nothing more, nothing less. I go out and buy myself, stuff that gets sent through to me. I'm just completely honest. And I don't care who it is or what it is that gets sent through to me. If I don't think it's up for scratch, no disrespect, Barber's Bay, Rusty Bear, Opie's, Savage Alchemy, Devilishly Bearded and stuff like that. If you send something through and I don't like it, I will say that I don't like it. And me purely, if I was a small person out there, well, I am a small person, but you know what I mean, if I was a person out there making stuff, like a certain American reviewer who gets paid to review sometimes bad products, and oh yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about there. I've watched several of those videos, yeah. And it is, and it's just like, how can you say that? Because people, well, don't know how many are subscribing, because you can go out and buy subscribers, followers, likes, comments and stuff like that. But how can you sit there and say something is brilliant? Because if I turn around and say that is fantastic, you really need to go out and buy this, whether it's £1, £3, £5, £1,000, and you get it at home and you go, that's shocking, that is really bad, then I lose all of my credibility and everything that I've kind of built up. I can only sort of, with my reviews and stuff, because I'll always ask for the brand's notes on the products that they're sending through and stuff like that, and do as much research as possible. And if brands lie to me, I will look on their website and stuff like that and try and check wherever I can. But if it's nice, it's nice. If I get on well with it, which is why when I do get a review through, I tend to leave at least 3 or 4 days before I do the review so I can trial it, see what it's like. Does it absorb well? Does it suit me? What's the smell like? How long does it last? Those reviews are a waste of time and wouldn't. I know, but it's so difficult because there are so many people out there reviewing stuff now. You know, whatever it might be, whether it's cleaning products, beard products, everything, you know. I might start doing makeup reviews, you know, and start putting lipstick on and everything to try and improve my ugly mug. But it is really hard, and I literally, each one of my followers out there on Instagram and on YouTube channel, I really do appreciate and love, you know, because I know when I look there, 370 or 340 odd subscribers, whatever it is, I know that each one of those is an individual that has subscribed to the channel because they enjoy, like, just want to see me fall off the chair or whatever like that. And believe you me, there are lots of bloopers. I did start putting bloopers online before because Matt's makeup, yeah, because Matt Berserker makeup reviews. Imagine me coming out looking like I'm in drag or something. Not that I've got anything against people dressing in drag and everything. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Lipstick. Trout Pout Matt. But yeah, I just appreciate everyone that takes the time out to help other people, support them and stuff like that. I'm not cynical, if you know what I mean, but I'm cynical against those people out there now that are doing stuff just for free stuff, that say they're going to do reviews. I've had at least 20 or 30 companies over the past year got in touch with me and said, oh, we sent stuff out to other people to get them to review it and we've never heard anything back. I was like, what? Surely if you're good enough to send something out for me to have a look at, promote, support, help, whatever, then I can do the review about it. And if you notice with all my reviews as well, we appreciate it. I appreciate your comments. I really, really do. And I know it sounds a bit naff, passe, or whatever the word is, but I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys that supports. And it's not necessarily me, because none of this stuff that I'm doing is about me whatsoever. I hate the way I look. When I first started growing a beard, I was like, what style am I going to look like? And I saw a bloke called Josh Mario John, or Spizoyski, or whatever his name is. I was like, I'm growing a beard like that. I'm going to look like a Viking. I'm going to grow all my hair back. I'm going to have it in a braided ponytail. I have this huge, massive beard. And I'm going to look fucking epic. No, it doesn't happen like that. My beard has a strange bloody kink in it that one side sits relatively straight. The other side goes way and out the bloody window. And to be honest, that's one thing they don't tell you when you're growing a beard, is that it all depends on genetics, your diet, your exercise, diet is what you eat and everything like that. It's not about using beard oil. Any brand that says using beard oil, beard balm, beard conditioner, whatever, is going to grow your beard complete and utter tot. You know, it's never going to happen. If you look at your parents, if your dad's got a huge massive beard, the chances are you're going to have a huge massive beard. If you look at your family and your mum, let's hope not, has got a huge massive beard, then the chances are you're going to have a good beard. Whereas my parents, I've never seen them with a beard, especially my mother. She's got some moustache growing, but I think that's just old age. I was guilty of that with Savage Alchemy. He sent me a box set of the 17 when I was starting. I was going to review it, my bloody ex-view. That's all right. Stuff happens in life. Stuff always happens, you know. And it is difficult trying to throw out full-time work, family, chilling out, relaxing, social time and everything like that, as well as doing this. And people kind of assume, oh, it must be so nice, you sit there and you get products through and you get to review it and stuff. Oh, it's fantastic. Oh yeah, it's great. Because as soon as a product turns up, you then notify that person that the product's turned up. You then got to get your notes together. You then got to use the product. You then got to try the product. You then got to find a space in order to review the product. And then you've got to contact them to say that you've reviewed the product, have a look at the video, see what you think to it, and then they get in contact with you, and then they turn around and say, oh yeah, it was great, or in a few cases that I've had, they've pulled the video on it because they didn't like the review because it was not favourable what I said about them, purely constructive. So you know what I mean? And people go, oh, it must be so nice, it's so easy. No, it isn't. I wish it was, and it's not. And in order to keep the channel going and the Instagram and everything like that, I have to go out, put out messages to different brands, small brands, individuals and craftsmen out there and go, do you want help in that? So it is literally kind of a full-time work on top of full-time work, without having full-time work of a family, without having full-time work and everything else. So it ain't easy, and I wish it was, but it's certainly not. Life happens, Ben. It's all good. There's never been any hard feelings, especially for situations like that. I've had people forget and do a review months later before. I mean, the way I look at it as well is that if a small brand that's using their own money to create products and stuff and their profits send something through for you to review, whatever it is, whether it's a cat's pubic hair or bottle of gin, or whether it's a beard oil or something like that, I need to do my thing, because I don't want to get a bad name. And I know stuff does happen. I've had it in the past where stuff's turned up and I've literally had 3 or 4 reviews to do before the one that's just turned up, and I'm sitting there going, right, I need to record these so I can. And sometimes I've even put like 2 or 3 reviews a day. You know, it is hard work, really hard work. And I mean, I'm sitting here at the moment, I've got a chair like I'm sitting on here with Mrs. Makeup box and a shoe box and another box behind the iPad and stuff. And at times it is great fun, and other times it is just damn right aggravating, you know. But yeah, it's all good fun. But any questions, feel free to ask. Life certainly does happen, and does have a fantastic way of throwing you a curveball. Like I said, I don't know whether you other reviewers out there have kind of thought about it as doing like live link ups with the people that you're actually reviewing. I'm still trying to find a way around that on my YouTube channel, so that I can almost interview them while I'm doing a review at the same time. So any tricky questions, I can ask them. Anything that I'm not sure of, if I suddenly turn and go, I want to see your CPSR report for that. Where's your certificate for it? Then it's a lot more interesting, as opposed to brands going, oh yeah, we've got CPSR reports and that. It's like, no, you haven't. You're making it in your bedroom. So yeah, I want to do a lot more live reviews and stuff like that. Have you thought about asking for support via Patreon? I work a full-time job, you know. I don't want to make money from this channel. It was never set up about to make... Yeah, don't get me wrong. We'd all... Let's face it, we all want to be rich, if you know what I mean, and retire. But it's never been about money from this channel at all, and Instagram and stuff. I think part of the reason behind it as well is when me and my wife were younger and everything. If you notice, I've got a picture of a woman on a surfboard here, and on one of my knuckles I've got surf and everything like that. I came up with this amazing brainchild of, I'm going to set up a surf school, teach kids and stuff to surf and everything like that. Managed to get sort of like scrape the cash together to do it, and it fell flat on its face. We virtually nearly lost everything, you know, to the point that we got bailiffs knocking on the door and stuff like that. You owe us money. And we were like, oh God, what have we done? So I think a lot of the reason why I've done what I've done and why I've set up what I've done is kind of like, I know that risk that a lot of families, individuals and stuff are doing. I mean, it's great if it's a hobby and you come home from work and you knock out a few products and stuff like that. But a lot of these smaller brands, individuals and craftsmen out there are trying to do it as their earnings, as opposed to going and doing a 9-to-5 job, which I completely understand. If you're doing something that you love in life, then it's not work. Ben's Beard Reviews, it's about helping people. The most rewarding thing for me is when somebody says to me, thanks for your review, I found a great product. Yeah, exactly the same here. Exactly the same here. And I could reel off product after product after product that are absolutely stunning. And like I say, even though I've become brand ambassador for Barbers Bay and also become brand ambassador for Rusty Bear, that doesn't mean that if a product gets sent through and it's not very good, or I don't think it's worth the money, I'm not going to say it, you know. And I have made Steve and Brad kind of aware of this, that just because I've become brand ambassador and I love what you're doing and want to help, the same as every other brand, you know, that brand, that name ambassador has been used and abused by, I'm not talking about anyone online tonight, has been used and abused by so many people in order to get where they want to go, if you know what I mean. That they use that whole I'm a brand ambassador to get other brands and stuff like that. And it's usually the big brands, you know. I've seen women doing it with makeup reviews and stuff online, other blokes doing it online. It kind of gives them a bit of a status that I'm an ambassador of a brand. And it's like, yeah, but you're still knocking out reviews, you know. What's your top 3 beard products? Oh, fucking hell. It depends on a day-to-day basis, if you know what I mean. It is really difficult to say, bearing in mind I've done, I think, 260 odd reviews now. Oh, let me think. Oh God, that's hard work. Right. One, if I'm going for a woody scent, has to be selenite from Savage Alchemy, because that is literally one of the tip-top woody scents that I've ever used. Second of all would have to be the collaboration that I done with Barbers Bay, which was the Nordic blend, which was the leather, campfire, smoky, woody beard oil, and the complementary, I still got it out there, Honeymead beard balm. And the third one, it varies. Depends on whether I want something sweet, something citrusy, the time of the year. Because there are so many good ones out there, a third one. Ben's beer, let's skip that. Well, like you said over and over, if you don't have constructive criticism, any company will keep pushing a product that would certainly be crap. Yeah, there is a lot of crap out there. Like I say, I've had, 5 videos now pulled off of YouTube because some little scrote in his bedroom, and I'm not talking about every individual making stuff. Some little scrote in his bedroom has decided to make beard oil, beard balm, or something like that. There's no CPSR about it. Has seen that I'm doing reviews, got in touch with me. We'd love to send you a product through. Would you like to try it and stuff like that? I've tried it. I've done a review on it, and I've slated it constructively, saying that it doesn't smell anything like this. It's for whatever reason. And like with all the reviews that I do, I send a message to the brand individual afterwards saying the review's not done. Please have a look at it, see what you think, tell me what you think about it. And they've not liked it. And they've literally gone, right, I want it pulled. And I'm like, well, hang on. I'm here to give a constructive criticism on what it's done. Surely you want to put it right as opposed to leave it how it is. And they're like, no. And so, and I still see they're selling stuff like that. Ben's Voodoo oil and the honey mead balm go so well together. Gonna have a shoot off, Matt. Great live stream. Keep up the good work. No, thank you so much, Rich, for joining me. I really, really do appreciate it. I wouldn't say this is necessarily me just sitting here trying to have a rant and stuff like that, but I really do feel sorry for the people out there that are reviewing stuff that are doing a really good job of it with what they've got. I've watched lots of reviews from various individuals and people like that that are doing it, and people say to me, well, yours ain't very fancy, is it? You've got no flashy graphics popping up, you've got no music behind it or anything like that. It's like, I've got an iPad. I'm not a massive techie or anything like that. I've not got a camera on a tripod and lighting up here and stuff. I've got the bedroom light on. I've got an amazing LED candle which isn't showing anything behind me. That is it. I need to cook dinner. Chat later, Matt. Have a good evening. Have a great evening as well, Ben. Carry on doing what you're doing, buddy. So yeah, I'm just trying to do what I've got with my iPad in front of me and the best that I possibly can do. But if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm going to watch on. How long have I been going? 42 minutes. I'm going to give it 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm going to close it down and let you all have a lovely evening. Ben's beer reviews. I'm trying to read through the the joys of being old and needing glasses, because if I take them, no, can't say anything. Top 3 beard products. That is a hard one though, because there's so many good ones out there now. I don't think it matters what you're using as long as you know it's a good, decent beard oil or balm or butter or whatever, or emulsified beard oil, which is now out as well, which is kind of like a cross between a butter and an oil. So yeah, there's loads of good products out there, and it's always interesting to see what's coming out next, if you know what I mean. I am looking forward to hopefully seeing some decent winter scents this year. Last year when I was doing the beard product reviews for winter, it seemed to be a lot of the samey stuff, and it'd be nice to see something different, because there is, to a certain degree, a point that you get once you smell orange and cinnamon, you're like, oh great, another orange and cinnamon one. Once you see another plain cinnamon one, it's just kind of like tea time for me, Matt. Have a good evening. I hope to chat soon. Have a great one as well. Like I say, it'd just be nice to see something kind of different, if you know what I mean, as opposed to that same stuff that was bought out last year. I don't know whether you could do a complimentary one of Christmas pudding and brandy butter, whether you could do a festive spice one without having the top notes of cinnamon, because, oh, let's face it, cinnamon is just one of those scents that you either like it or hate it. but it always seems to be those go-to ones that brands go to, if you know what I mean. What we'll do, we'll make a cinnamon and orange one, we'll change the label on it, put some holly on it. It's just like, something new, something different, please, think outside the box. But any questions? I'm going to be disappearing off in 5 minutes time to cook myself dinner and the missus dinner. Got work tomorrow morning, god damn it. Anyone watching? Oh, I've got 3 people online, don't know who it is. No idea. Because I don't know, it just comes up with 3. I can't see anything else online. But I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm here to help anyone, whoever needs it, support and stuff like that. It's just what I'm here for, you know. I really don't want to close down what I'm doing, because even from the comments tonight that I've had, that sort of like, just carry on doing what you're doing and stuff like that. I really want to, but like I say, it is kind of really, it makes you despondent where you kind of keep putting a message out and you get nothing back, or you get a message back and it's like, you've not got enough subscribers, and it's like, well, oh well, I'm still working. Oh, that's Rusty Bear. But it does make you kind of despondent, but it's like, well, why am I doing this for? You know, I'm trying to help others. I'm not here to help myself. And I should imagine a lot of the older people will know out there and realise that possessions mean bugger all. If all this beard oil and everything that I've reviewed and stuff was taken away from me, it's not going to change my life at all. You know, because I have money, or what's left from once we pay bills and everything like that, to go out and buy stuff. So it's really hard when you are kind of just trying to do your best and help other people for no other reason than let's try and help and support others, because there's not enough of it in the world. We're hearing so many stories now of people with sort of stresses, hassles, problems, and I think as blokes as well, we are kind of that sort of saying as, no, we carry the weight of the world on our shoulder. We're Vikings. We're like, yeah, nothing can hurt us. And it's like, no, you know, we're just people, you know. Stuff affects us on a day-to-day basis and everything like that. But hey, well, I really do appreciate how many. I just can't see it. We've still got, I think, 3 people online. I can't see it. I'm waving. But any questions, please feel free to ask. Going to be shutting down any minute. So thank you guys for joining me. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you guys out there that's following me over there on Instagram and on YouTube. It does mean a hell of a lot to me, because I know you're all real and you're not bought with cash like a lot of the others have. So there you go. And please, I've got a few reviews coming up over the next week or so. And please join me for my live Halloween special. It should be interesting, if nothing else. But thank you guys. Have a great evening. Keep on taking care of each other. Keep on looking after each other. Keep on helping and supporting each other. And above all, keep on loving each other. Thank you guys. You are absolutely awesome. Have a great evening. Thank you. And finish event. Thank you very much.